and it only gets realer from here. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang, gang, you already know. We in the building. Also want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s and my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you. And those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell notification to be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. So in today's live segment, you guys, I'm going to be discussing what's going on. F. Marie, what's going on? Today we're going to be discussing how's your day going? We're going to be discussing Pisces, stop, drop, and roll, okay, in 2026. And like I say, why playing nice saves your life. See, now I'm going to jump into it because in 2026, this is the burn season. So I'm going to talk about a couple of different types of topics now because, like I say, this is going to be a lengthy video. I'm going to try to go to 3-hour length. But like I say, if I fall short, I just fall short. Welcome everybody just came in. Oh, okay, no problem. I'm glad you're doing good, Marie. Welcome, Empress. What's going on? Yeah. So how you doing, Empress? Yeah, we're talking about stop, drop, and roll. Say the year of the horse. Yeah, just in case you didn't know. Yeah, facts. What's going on? Ronnie Boo, what's going on? Ronnie Boo, yeah, how your day going? So it's like I say, stop, drop, and roll. Like I say, playing nice saves your life in 2026. Now, let's break it down, okay? Why do I say this? The reason I came up with this topic, you guys, is because in 2026, it just feels like there's fire everywhere, see? So it's not bad luck. It just means that you have to have a strategy this year, see? Can't just go about doing the same old two-step that you did in 2025. So this is why Pisces got to stop, drop, and roll. Now, just know in 2026, Pisces, you have to master the art of survival. See, and this isn't fear-based. So just bear with me because, like I say, this is all about intelligence. And when it comes to stop, this means to disengage. Because a lot of times, now, I'm guilty of this too. There's a lot of trying moments where people tend to, push you to the limit, and all of a sudden you end up snapping. You end up doing something out of your character only to take a L. So just a couple of things. So when I say stop, drop, and roll, I'm gonna tell you what each motion, what it means, okay? So when I say stop, that means disengage. So just keep that in mind. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible and less confusing to understand. Drop means to lower your ego, see? So when I say stop, that means to disengage. When I say drop, that means to lower your ego. And roll means to adapt, see, without burning bridges. So I know a lot of y'all thought, oh, stop, drop, and roll. I thought he was talking about a fire, like a real life fire. No, it's metaphors and similes in this month. I use metaphors and similes. So yeah, you gotta, my imagination runs wild sometimes. Said, yeah, definitely. I know, think that's your name. Yeah, appreciate everybody coming in to check out the content. So yeah, when it comes to those bridges being burned, now I had a conversation with Aquarius about a couple years ago in regards to burning bridges, and we disagreed, obviously. And I told him I don't believe in burning bridges because you never know when you may have to cross again. And then what did he say? He said, he rebutted and he said, well, he said, F no, I'm burning that bridge. He was like, I'm not going to have to cross it once it's burned. So I was just like, yeah, you just rebellious anyway. You're going to go against everything that I say anyway. So that, just keep that in mind. Burning the bridge, it just ruins your opportunity. It could be just you having a simple question And, you may want to just ask someone a question, not necessarily, inviting them back into your life. You just might have a question that you just want to know. And then all of a sudden you burn that bridge from that person and you can't ask them. So I always just recommended that even if you don't like the person, at least try to keep the rapport of you being able to still ask for help in the, if you ever need to, because you don't want to burn bridges. Like, as much as I hate my mechanic, like as much as I don't get along with him, I don't take it personal because he's just a mechanic for me. So it's so many times I just wanted to just put my hands on him, punch him. It's just like, just his attitude, and he's a Capricorn. So he kind of like, as I always said, a Capricorn is helpful until you actually need their help. So it's like, if a Capricorn, both male and female, if you need something for them, you need them to help you with something, they're not going to help you. They are only ready to help you on their own. So as soon as you get needy and you're like, yo, I need my brakes, or hey, I need this fix, I need that fix, they take their sweet time. So it's like, you would think like, oh, well, why are you doing this type of job? Or, hey, why are you doing this type of business in the first place if you're lazy or you want to take your sweet time to do things? And it's like, he's the type of person where he left me hanging on numerous accounts. So because he's like, he just either nonchalant or just doesn't want to do it, and he just kind of drags. So he's like, I'm with my old lady. He'll say something, for example, like, I'm with my old lady. I got to check my schedule, and he'll say, I'm damn sure not working this weekend. He's like just an asshole. So it's like, he'll get to it when he feels like it. And that, I just don't like that, because if you are a type of person on your grind and you're a mechanic, you know how important it is for you to make every dollar, every direction as fast as you can. And it's like, you still making money. I don't understand if you don't want to do it. Just say you don't want to do it instead of being a mechanic, if that makes sense. Well, welcome, James Hudson. I appreciate you. Staying loyal as well. Let me see. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this further. Now, as you guys know, us Pisces, we move docile on purpose, okay? So when we move docile on purpose, it's to avoid traps. See, we try to avoid traps, envy, manipulation, the very things that we are full aware of, we know exists with others, and that karmic fire. And see, that karmic fire is what? That comes from every zodiac sign, every other zodiac sign, that karmic fire. So I'm going to break it down to y'all. Why as Pisces, we play harmless, but the difference is, we play harmless, but there's a difference now. Because later on in the video, I'm gonna let you guys, I said the video, but the stream, I'm gonna let you guys know some bonus content, because there's a big difference between a shadow Pisces and a full outblown evil Pisces. There's a difference. And see, I'm gonna talk about that, and then I'm gonna talk about why a fish never gets caught unless it opens its mouth, and what that means. Okay, so that's some good content for you guys to start off tonight. Okay, now let me break it down one more time for the people that just came in. Okay, stop means disengage from the ego battles. See, when I say drop, that means to lower your visibility, expectations, and reactions. And then roll means to move fluidly without confrontation. See, so when you look at those different things, those will apply to stop, drop, and roll, to keep yourself from getting burned. Now, going back to the Pisces being docile, okay, on purpose, is to survive. See, that's the strategy in itself. And on top of that, it's not because a Pisces is weak. Never underestimate a Pisces, but it's because the Pisces sees the outcomes before they happen. See, that's why a Pisces move a different type of way that that you probably are. If you were to observe, you would think the Pisces is suspicious or like they're up to something, but they're not. See, they might be literally watching someone because they know, oh, somebody's lurking. So that's something, you know, that a Pisces will catch on to. Come on, you guys. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Oh, damn, that is so crazy. Come on, Tyler. Come on. Now, another thing is this. When the evil Pisces versus the shadow Pisces, and this is important, okay? Because the shadow Pisces, you got to understand that the shadow Pisces operates on what? They operate on an unconscious level. See? So this type of Pisces behaves in such a way where they withdraw silently, they avoid conflict, they test people indirectly. And that's the crazy part. It's like so many different angles. That's why I say Pisces are awesome, because they have so many different angles of how they do things. It's not something that you can actually predict. So another thing is the shadow Pisces dissolves instead of attacks. Okay, they, instead of attacking the situation, they dissolve things. Another thing that the shadow Pisces does is manipulate by absence. See, and another thing that they do is they let the karma do the work. Now, evil Pisces, they operate on a conscious level. Now, when it comes to the evil Pisces, they play the victim on purpose. See, there's a lot of power that the victim, playing the victim is so huge and so powerful, because it's the easiest way to manipulate. And I'm put a disclaimer, I'm not telling anybody go out there and manipulate. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just explaining the core principles of the fact of an evil Pisces. Now, an evil Pisces knows exactly how to utilize the victim card, okay? Now, another thing is that the evil Pisces weaponizes empathy. See, that's cold-blooded, because now, instead of freely giving the empathy, now it's more when that evil Pisces wants to use it, because he's gauging how a person will respond. So it's in a sneaky way. See, he knows when to apply it and shut it off. Now, the next thing, the evil Pisces withholds the truth strategically, knows when to tell the truth, when to not tell the truth. Okay. Now, another thing with the evil Pisces is he or she gaslight softly. See, they don't try to get things lit right away. They do it softly. That's even harder for you to depict it, whether or not they're doing so or doing it. Now, another thing with the evil Pisces is they let other people self-destruct. They don't have to hurt you. They let you do it to yourself. Another thing with evil Pisces is that they know exactly what they're doing, but they may play dumb about it. See? So that's the one thing to keep in mind. Now, why is the evil Pisces dangerous? Okay, it's because they don't fight. See, they let you drown in your own behavior. See, that's the thing. If you got bad habits, those are all, you're going to get entangled by your own bad habits. A Pisces knows that I don't have to lay a finger on you. You already are dysfunctional. You already have issues. So I'm going to let those issues unravel and entangle you. So that way you end up taking your own self out. Now, why the fish doesn't get caught, okay? I'm going to talk about this. Now, why the fish doesn't get caught? It's because, and like I say, it's only when a fish opens his mouth. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Tyler. See, you said my left hand, bro. What are you talking about? It's freezing now, man. Listen, it's 10 degrees where I'm at, so it's freezing right now. I'm just not even like, I'm trying to keep a outside out of mind type of situation regarding how cold it is. But yeah, a fish only gets caught when it opens its mouth. So Pisces in 2026. You have to speak less. See, you have to reveal less. You have to react less. And see, that's going to allow you to survive more, okay? When you start to take away your energy from certain situations. Now, I'm gonna give you guys examples on how Pisces stop, drops, and rolls, okay? And how to do this with other zodiac signs as well. So the fire signs, when you are Pisces, when you're doing a stop, drop, and roll with Aries, you have to disengage before their ego you gotta disengage before their ego wars against you. See, that's cold-blooded because listen, if you poof be gone before the Aries even get a chance to unleash their ego, you won already. See, you got in there, you got in the hot seat, hey, you took, hey, disengage, boom. Who's fighting who? The Aries is fighting them, their goddamn self. See, now when it comes to another thing with Aries that a lot of people don't know about. Yes, they could be full of energy and rage, but that only lasts it only lasts for a temporary amount of time. It's not a full-blown just gasoline fuel type of person, you know, like a Banner from Batman type of energy. No, this is more of a short fuse. And see, you have to let Aries burn themselves. You have to let them burn themselves. And they will burn themselves out. Trust me. See? And that's the thing. This is how you conserve, this is how you preserve your energy when you're dealing with the hot-headed Aries. Now, Leo is how you stop, drop, and roll with a Leo. Don't challenge their pride. See? So you already, remember I said it's so easy to peg a Leo. It's so easy to get to, it's like a tenderoni of a soft spot in their heart for those people that stroke their egos and all of a sudden they end up having their way with the Leo. But don't challenge their pride, because that's what you'll be up against if you were to. Now, definitely, yeah. So another thing with Leo that a lot of people miss is they love people to applaud. You know, they love people to clap for them when they, you know, they do it doesn't even have to be a celebration for you to clap that they expect you to do. It could be something simple like walking across the street safely. They could say, oh, you know, I made it across the street safely. Like, oh, I didn't get hit. And it's like, they expect you to be like all over them. Like, oh yeah, you made it. You made it. Now I'm kidding with the example, but that's just how much attention that, like, when they say attention whore, that's how much attention that a Leo will notice if you don't applaud them for crossing the street. It's that it doesn't matter on the lower scale or the higher scale of what just happened. They need constant attention on them, constant you checking on them. Oh, because I'm gonna tell you, if you don't, the Leo is gonna say, oh, you didn't even check on me when I crossed the street. You didn't even look to see if I was okay. And it's in those moments when you're like, dude, you got to get over yourself, man. Like, everybody knows how to cross the damn street. Why does it have to be a commercial break to where, oh, watch out, hold on, hold your seats, everybody. The Leo is getting ready to cross the street. Everybody look. And it's like, oh yeah, she made it. But that's the type of attention that Leo always wants eyes on them and wants your full and undivided attention. And if you don't give it to him, all hell breaks loose. See? Now, the next how you stop, drop, and roll with a Leo is to don't engage in those applaud battles with them. See? Now, with Sagittarius, as a Pisces, how do you stop, drop, and roll with the Sag? Don't debate truths with them. See? Because Sagittarius, both male and female, they use truths to hurt you. Yes, why do you think they are considered the centaur? And they actually shoot the arrow. And what are they shooting? What type of weapon are they really shooting? It's just not a boring arrow, or, you know, based off the depiction. They're shooting truth bombs. They're using the truth, and they use it in such a way to hurt you. So people miss this. They do not understand Why is the Sagittarius so blunt? Why are they so blunt? And it's one thing to be honest, but there's manipulation and honesty as well. A lot of people do not talk about this. See, everybody knows a lie is a lie, of course, because it's like you're withholding something, so you're not giving me the full story. But when you deal with someone that tells the truth, they can trick you. The truth can F you up too, real bad. Because let's say I know something about you that you didn't share, and you don't want nobody to know. And I open my mouth and just spit it out in front of like 30 people, you will be hurt just the same as a person lying to you. So that with that information of what that Sagittarius knows about a situation, that's when it gets dangerous, because the Sagittarius, listen, they're going to tell it. If you tell them any type of unfortunate something, if they find out on their own through gossip or anything, they're going to spit it out. They're going to tell someone. And that's going to later on bite you in the A later on, because the Sagittarius thinks it's funny. They don't actually respect those boundaries of, oh, that was something personal that happened to such and such, or hey, that's none of our business. We shouldn't even be speaking on that. Not a Sagittarius. They're going to say it on purpose. And if they don't care. If they want to hurt you with the truth, they're going to say it. And it's like, damn, you don't even have to say it like that, or you didn't have to say it at all. See? And that makes people get into it with them. Now, as a Pisces, another thing, how to stop, drop, and roll with Sag is you have to exit the chaos quietly. A Sagittarius is aggressive, masculine. Do not fall for this. Do not let them lure you in with that whole jovial type of behavior, because everything ain't funny as the way they make it seem. Sometimes that sucks you in and it keeps you there with them a little longer. And then they start to gaslight you with the jokes. Next thing you know, you want to fight them. And sometimes they already planned it already. It's just a sneaky way to pull you into a situation with them where, oh, now you're so close to them that they start, picking on you. Next thing you know, boom, you guys are fighting. But the Sagittarius, they wanted a fight. And it's almost like, oh, you wanted this to happen and you manipulated the situation through the truth. See, you got to be careful. It's very, very, a lot of zodiac signs do not play fair, fam. You got to watch their modality and what they're known for. Now, water signs. How does a Pisces stop, drop, and roll with the Cancer? Well, with a Cancer is you have to don't absorb their emotions. See, because Cancer, oh my God, they consider Cancer to be the iceberg that the Titanic ship crossed paths with. And look what happened to the Titanic ship, with an old just iceberg in the way, destroyed the whole fucking ship. It made it sink. And it's like, damn, how like, why? When you hear the story, you're like, damn, how did the Titanic, like, come on. Like, you got so many questions, but there's so much damage left behind that it's hard to actually pick about what really happened. But all you can really feel is the emotion behind the story. That's how Cancers are, because they suck you into their emotions. See, to feel how they feel, to make you care when you don't give a F. See? So that's why I say to be careful with Cancer, because forget how you feel. It's about how they feel. See? So what the problem is they don't let you feel what you feel. It's almost like they get so hell bent on controlling you based on what you feel about things. And then what they'll do is override how you feel with how they feel. So you'll be sitting with them, pacifying them, every step of the way about something that they're emotional about. And hey, forget what you're emotional about or what you got going on. So that's why you got to stop, drop, and roll. So, hey, you don't get burned by them. Now, another thing when it comes to you being a Pisces, how you stop, drop, and roll with the Cancer is you got to set silent boundaries. Come on, man. You know, I be always noticing these damn gang stalkers. You know, just people just coming out the woodworks. Like, dude, you could have just sat on your front damn couch and you just, what are you doing to the mailbox this late at night anyway? I never understand this shit anyway. But there's a post office right in front of me. So I'm like, yo, why are you trying to put something? It's just weird behavior. But anyway, how to stop, drop, and roll with Scorpio is you have to avoid power struggles with them. See? And notice that I'm using the word avoid. This goes into disengage, because that is the very thing they're going to use to get you caught up. See, to get you out of your character, to get you to burn a bridge, to get burned, or hurt. Now, another thing as a Pisces, how to stop, drop, and roll with a Scorpio is you have to say less and you have to observe them. See, because every word that you say to a Scorpio can be twisted. See, manipulated, bent, transmuted into something else that didn't happen. But they started it, they created it. So it's almost like you have to be careful what you say around a Scorpio because they can twist your words in such a way to try to use it as a weapon against you. And all of a sudden, it's like you have no defense because they actually started the whole lie. And it's easy for a Scorpio, both male and female, to manipulate others into believing their mess and their lies that they tell, that they come up with. So you got to be careful because you could say one little thing and it get twisted. And then it's like, I didn't say that. That's not how I meant it. And it's like you end up falling down that rabbit hole, and it just makes the Scorpio, it makes it easy for them to hurt you and sting you in that position. Why? Because there you are the most vulnerable. See, because you were like, yo, he started this lie or she started this lie. I don't understand why everybody believes this person. So you could just be frustrated with just knowing that. So be careful with that. Now, another thing, how does a Pisces stop, drop, and roll with a Scorpio? Another thing, you have to disappear, Pisces, before the sting. See, the sting is a timing thing. It's not like, oh, you're going to just instantly get stung just because you come across a Scorpio. No, it's not like that. It's a timing of a sting to where as long as you disappear, they have no way to sting you. It's when you actually stay there and thinking you're safe and sound, oh, just because you don't see nothing happening yet, that's when that Scorpio stings you in such a way where it's like, oh, now once that venom sets in, then you start feeling it the next day. And then you start to feel depressed and start to feel like shit because that's what the stinger does. See, because they could really make you lose things. See, your job, little things that matter to you, and they do not play fair. Scorpios do not play fair. Like, look at Diddy, for example. Diddy, if you guys watch the documentary with Diddy, this man like literally stole so many artists' money that he did not pay them a damn dime. And they were like going platinum, having platinum albums and whatnot. And this man did not pay them. And then another thing too, he was doing other things in the bedroom with these people. It's almost like, and that was manipulation to control the artist. Because this man ain't putting no album out to stay that rich. He was doing deeds, sacrificial, ritualistic type of deeds just to stay in it, just to stay relevant. But anyway, enough about that. So Pisces, when it comes to stop, drop, and roll with another Pisces is you have to detach from the whole savior role, okay? Because that everybody don't need to be healed. We know that, okay? And everybody doesn't want to be healed. So if a Pisces has that savior role, sometimes they can they can find just the little smallest thing that, hey, you need help with. Whether it could be something like, yo, the type of toothbrush you use, you know, hey, you need to get rid of that hard brush and get the soft one. It's like, hey, let me stick with you and save your ass from, you know, you actually having receding gums because you're using the wrong type of toothbrush. So it's like you gotta detach, because Pisces will find something that you need to work on, that you need to fix as far as healing, because they intuitive. They know exactly what's going to be, you know, once they sit with you, they know exactly what's going, you know, what's your deal, like what's going on with you. And it's so funny because on the opposite polarity is Virgo. So what does Virgo like to do? Fix things. So as you know, they like to pay attention to every little detail and fix everything that they feel is out of place, unorganized. And like I say, you can only imagine where that Virgo is going around, and every little thing they're trying to tell you how to dress, and hey, that doesn't look right, that doesn't match, and it's like it could be irritating. So aside from that, you just gotta detach. Now, the air signs, how does a Pisces stop, drop, and roll with Gemini? Okay, with Gemini, do not correct them when they lie to you. This is cold-blooded, because you got to understand, with Gemini, everything's about communication. See? And if you try to correct them when they lie, you have to let them just roll. It's like a finger roll, like a fruit roll up. You just got to let them roll themselves out, and it's almost like outside, out of mind, to where you're not even, like, you don't give a damn, what they say type of behavior or vibe. Because the minute you try to correct the Gemini, they can listen. Look at Donald Trump. They could twist something that they said, and it's almost like, now I'm gonna say this: only Geminis could pull the cat out of a bag and put the damn cat back in the bag. You see, it's like, damn, they'll say something and then they can actually change it and make it seem like, oh, that never happened. So you got to be very careful. Like, if you correct them, they know how to, do the tongue twister of words and what they mean. And they know how to make it seem like, oh, I didn't say that. Or, hey, that's not what I said. They flip flop to where when you cannot like really just catch them, and then, them hold the accountability of, that they lied. They'll lie again. So it's like, you have to just say, you know what, screw you. I'm not even going to correct you. I'll let karma deal with you and handle that. And hey, it is what it is. That's what you have to do to not get burned or pulled into a nutsack with a Gemini. Now, another way Pisces to stop, drop, and roll with Gemini is that you have to let their contradictions expose them. See, you don't have to, you don't have to coach or, hey, secure, or be their security when they do stuff. Trust and believe those contradictions are going to come to the surface, and they will expose themselves. Now, Pisces, how to stop, drop, and roll with Libra. Do not chase balance with them. Do not chase balance. It doesn't, listen, because if you chase the balance, you're going to lose. See, because that's where they're strong at. They're strong at balancing things. Even if it doesn't require balance, that's why if something is superficial from the jump, you do not want to engage in it, because it's never going to be a realistic way or logical way of doing whatever that Libra is doing or their behavior. You can't change them. If they're doing something, let it be. Because I'm telling you, if everything, the funny thing is, even if everything's perfect, peaceful, a Libra will find a way to mess it up. They'll find a way to, oh, this is too peaceful. I need to, get some type of entertainment. Let me be Jerry Springer for the day and start some shit between two people. And then all of a sudden, there you have it. There's the entertainment for them. See, so they know how to like get people to bump heads and go against one another in order to have what? Drama. See, but the whole time, where does the Libra like to be? in the middle of shit. See? Because once they're in the middle, they feel balanced because two people are arguing against each other, but not them. See? They like to have they like to be on the fence and watching two people go at it, arguing with one another. Like so I said, Jerry Springer. And that's why whenever they're in the hot seat, they cannot handle it, fam. This is why I said do not chase a balance with them, because once they feel out of place and they feel like, oh, I'm going against you, they shut down because they're not decisive. They can't sit there and say, oh, you know, they will really run away from you. They'll disappear, get the hell out of there. That's why you just don't chase the balance, because as soon as you try to balance things or make things right for them, oh, now they'll have you going against somebody else. See, it's always a third party with Libra. They're never alone. See, so you better be, why I say don't chase the balance, because somebody will come out the woodworks and you be like, damn, I thought you was by yourself. I didn't know you had a friend in the car. Yeah, this is my friend. This is my friend. And then all of a sudden you don't like her friend. Now you two are into it, or you guys are like bumping heads and she's gaslighting. She's literally starting shit between you and the friend. And now so that she could be the one in the middle of the shit watching you guys fight and argue. It's like, it's terrible. So that's why you got to watch out for the Libra, Pisces. Stop, drop, and roll. Now, the next thing is when you're dealing with how you stop, drop, and roll with Libra, another thing is you have to step back from the whole indecision that they go through. Listen, this is very, very important, because a lot of people fall for this because they're looking at the Libra from a surface view, to where, oh, she looks good. Oh, you know, I'll wait a little longer for her to decide whether or not what she wants to eat or drink. Like, no, don't fall for this. See, do not make decisions for her or him. Let that mother effer, let them sit there all goddamn day in that indecision moment. Remember I said, stop trying to fix listen, do not try to fix things or try to decide for them. Because now what does that do? That manipulates you, and it puts you into what? The defensive. It puts you at a corner to where, oh, you don't like the fact that I'm not decisive. So you're going against me. Now you're trying to fix me, and this is just the way I am. But you understand that Libra uses it sometimes they use it as a game. See, a mind game, because they know the weight, they know the stalling, they know all that shit controls you. See, it keeps them in control by making you wait for them to decide. It's cold-blooded. See, and it's sickening, because the Libra is gauging, how can she control you? How can she get stuff out of you? And she'll test you and see if you will wait for her to decide what she wants to eat or drink. And you're sitting there like, oh, arms folded, and you're like, yeah, babe, what you want to eat? And she's just like, and she's playing you. She knows what she wants. She's just trying to see if she can make you wait, like a little damn dog or something. See, you got to be careful. Libra is cold-blooded, bro. So how do you stop, drop, and roll with an Aquarius as a Pisces? Do not explain your feelings. It's I don't give a damn how. I don't give a damn if if the floor is set for it. Do not, as a Pisces, never share your feelings with Aquarius. Never. Never, because listen, that they're going to judge you. Boom, slam the hammer down. They're going to try to, this is the type of zodiac sign that will, man, I'm talking about, like, if you say something about how you feel, they'll try to slam that hammer down and kill your soul for what you said, especially if they don't agree with it. And I'm going to tell you, why do you think they're called the what? The rebel. They're going to rebel against anything you say, regardless of what it is. They're always going to choose the opposite. They're always going to have their own views. So there's no point of you wasting your energy getting into an argument with them. Remember, stop, drop, and roll. No, don't engage. Because you're not, listen, listen, I'm going to tell you how do you know that's the zodiac sign that gets under people's skin the most? Is Aquarius. Because, bro, they have these views that are not traditional ways of, looking at things, to where they might believe that, oh, it's better to smoke cigarettes than to eat pork. It's like certain things that they say, and it's like, they're just so like, and they'll just push it out. They say things that it's almost like they don't give a damn how you feel. So what is the point of even telling them how you feel? Don't do it, because all they're going to do is go against it every time. If you say blue, they're going to say green. If you say yellow, they're going to say black. It's never going to be, oh, I agree with you, or hey, you're right. Nope. Even if that Aquarius knows they're full of shit, they'll still argue the point, even though they already know the truth. See? So it's easy for people they like to get under people's skin. They like to piss you off. See? And I know this to be true because I literally watched this firsthand so many damn times with Aquarius, and I see the same shit, the same behavior. And I'm like, yo, they didn't even have to do all that, dude. Now, another thing is, how does a Pisces stop, drop, and roll with Aquarius? Another thing is you have to allow emotional distancing with them. You remember when we went, 2-3 years ago, when the COVID, first came, everybody had to do the social distancing and whatnot. That's what you have to do emotionally with Aquarius. You have to allow emotional distancing, see? To where, hey, me and how I feel, I'm over here. You and how you feel, you stay ass over there. See? That's how you gotta do it with Aquarius. Now, earth signs. How does a Pisces stop, drop, and roll with the Taurus of the earth sign? You have to avoid the jealousy loops. Now, I'm gonna tell you, believe it or not, it's what you can't see. And I'm gonna tell you, the angry bull, what do you think fuels the angry bull in the first place? This is the funniest thing. With Taurus, they're not the type of zodiac that, projects. They're way more emotional than that. Listen, do you know that the most jealous sign, people thought it was Scorpio. No. The most jealous zodiac sign is Taurus, bro. Female and male. And when they feel jealous, bro, guess what? What you think kicks in? Control. See? A Taurus comes in bullheaded. So what does bullheaded mean? They won't listen. So you can have, no matter what you're doing currently, how you have things set up, they'll go against it. They will not listen to rules. They won't listen to, don't, take your shoes off when you come to my house. They're not going to listen. So what you going to do? Get in their face and say, oh, yeah, you got to take your shoes off. That Taurus is going to what? What would a bull do if it was around a bunch of people? It'll start kicking up their BS, right? Kicking their bullshit around. See? So that's the thing with Taurus. You can't control them. You cannot, they're the most difficult to manipulate. Taurus is the one that gives you the hard no. Doesn't budge, doesn't move. They're not flexible. See, they follow a routine. They live their life in a routine fashion. You can't change their way of how they look at the world, how do they look at life. You can't change it. See? And you're not. So you don't even try, because they're stubborn the stubborn, bullheaded, nothing is going to push them, move them, and they do not fall for manipulation, because they literally, you can't make them do nothing, bro, that they don't want to do. See? They're a fixed earth. So what does fixed mean? Fixed mean I already got my mind made up. I'm gonna do this thing my way. See? Even if I have to get, entangled, I get into a fight, it's still gonna be my way. See? So you have to be very careful with the Taurus. Now, because they're prone to jealousy. Now, another thing, as a Pisces, how do you stop, drop, and roll with the Taurus? Another thing, do not try to prove your loyalty to them. No. Sometimes they can make you feel insecure because they can be very controlling and just absolutely just look at everything that you've done for them. They won't appreciate it. Taurus is a type of he's an asshole. And if it's a male or female, they're assholes. I'm talking about they're the type of person that will rush you on a date, rush you to take them out for lunch. If it's a female, she'll rush you. Oh, hey, when you take me out? And you're like, yo, I'll do it on Friday when I'm off. And they don't have no flexibility. Oh, we can go now. We can go now. I'm off right now. Let's go. And you see how that's more masculine? It's like, yo, oh, hold on. Oh, no, I'm not coming right now. We can go Friday. Then you know what she says? Well, hey, if we wait till Friday, then we might as well not talk anymore. You see how you just inflexible. You can't work with them. They don't have that type of, oh, let me work with you. No. See? And see, the thing about it is when they do help you, it comes off manipulative because that seldomly happens. See? So then it's like they want you to do something for them. That's why they'll actually, become flexible for that day because they wanted you to watch their son while they went to work. That would be a way for them to be leery deary nilly, like, oh, now you want to help something because you want something, you need something in return, see? But they don't want to ask because they're prideful. So they try to manipulate you into, offering. So another thing with Taurus, why I say don't prove your loyalty, because they're not going to prove theirs. And a lot of times they will, just to be an a-hole, they'll cheat on you. They'll do those type of things just because they know you don't like it. See? So that's why I said sometimes if you're dealing with a male Taurus, he can make a female, feel insecure because he doesn't give her the things that you should tell a woman, like, oh, you're beautiful. Hey, you smell good. Sometimes a Taurus is just like a bull. He just doesn't, he put it like this. He hides his emotions. So that makes him not, able to express that genuine connection of love of, oh, babe, you smell good, or you look good, or hey, I like this. He doesn't do those things. See? So a woman feel insecure being with him because he never gives her any type of attention in that sense. See? And he always has an excuse for it because he wants to hide his emotions. He might say something like, no, we all grown here. Like, especially like anything that makes him feel emotional. So he doesn't want nobody to know how he really feels. So if it's Christmas and all the kids are expecting a Christmas a gift from Santa or something like that, a Taurus could be an a-hole about that. He might make excuses and say things like, well, I don't even know why you started giving them gifts anyway, because, that ain't really what Christmas is about. He's just a penny pinching, he just penny pinches like that. He's he could be a cheapskate and have money. He just doesn't want to spend his money on certain things because he holds on to things from his past. So if his dad did him dirty, he'll hold that against, his kids and be like, my dad didn't give me shit for Christmas. So, hey, man, I'm sorry, bro. You go out there, ask your mom. So that's why I say he could just be the type of person where you just like, man, you don't want to ask him for nothing because he's just stubborn. See? Now, another thing is, like I said, he can be very cheap because he always, looks at a situation in a practical sense where he's more like, hey, if you buy a car, you get a car that's paid for. I understand it makes sense as far as the, keeping the bills paid and, stability. But sometimes he doesn't know how to basically do something for himself, do something nice for himself because, okay, you got the money and hey, why not? You got an extra couple thousand, go get something nice. But he could be a penny pincher to where he might go get a cheap car that's paid off already. And then he'll say, yo, I don't want a payment. I'm gonna go buy a Bonneville that hey, when it dies, it dies. Because another thing he could be is lazy. So it's not that he doesn't have the money sometimes. So he'll drive a car till it starts to, basically need repairs. And then that's when he'll say, okay, I'll go buy a new one. Or when this one dies, I'll go get one. It's like, bro, just go get a damn car. Like, quit being damn stubborn. Go get a damn car, man. Like, you got money, go get something nice. But he just, so that with that being said, you got to be careful because he can ruin your mood to where his stubbornness and his a-holism that can follow him. It can rub off on everybody to where, you know, kids start feeling depressed. People just don't be happy, not smiling. Like, you just can kill people's vibes real easily. So you gotta be careful with that. Now, how to stop dropping roll as a Pisces with a Virgo is ignore the criticism bait, because that's how they get you. Is they want to criticize you. It's cold blood. I know y'all gonna say, damn, dude. I mean, I told y'all, man, I got the Da Vinci Code with the zodiacs, brody. When it comes to Virgo, you gotta be careful because that's how they bait you. They bait you with the criticism. They want to criticize you, but they have to have they got to have you in a caught. They gotta basically bring you to them, see, some type of way. So they like, yo, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Pam? Hey, I'm Cindy. And what Cindy wants to just slice and dice you with words, like she's ready to criticize your ass, but she's like, let me meet you first, get you a little comfortable first, and then once we get cool, then I could just start slicing and dicing with the words. So what they would do, you have to be careful, Pisces, how to stop, drop, and roll with this one. Ignore the criticism bait. See, they use the criticism as bait. See, I bet you didn't know that. And that's you got to know that's coming when you're dealing with a Virgo. You could be the president of the United States and a Virgo still gonna criticize you like in the same harsh way that they'll do anybody else. See, now another thing, how to stop, drop, and roll as a Pisces with Virgo, you got to watch out for it. Stop defending yourself with them. When they say something about you, they don't like the way you look, your glasses, they don't like them. Fuck it. So what? Don't try to, oh man, but I paid $300 for these. What are you saying? No. My Uncle Tom told me these look nice on me. Don't do that, because then now they're controlling you emotionally. See, they're still affecting you, and that's what they want. See, they want to control. They want to be in control. They want to call the shots. See, so they could be the loudmouths of the friendship, the one that's always running their mouth and hey, telling, they could be telling the friend where to go, what we should do tonight. It's like the person that's constantly yapping. You got to be careful with Virgo, because they like to put themselves into a seat of control where they're actually the one dictating everything and you're following along. Now, because if you try to take the hot seat, guess what? You're going to get criticized. See? So that way you can end up letting them take over. That's cold-blooded. See? Now, another thing is, as a Pisces, how you stop, drop, and roll with the Capricorn. Do not compete silently, okay? Notice I said that. Don't compete silently with a Capricorn. When you compete with them, guess what? You got to be loud. Announce it. You got to say, yo, I'm going to take that position that they got available. I'm going to be the boss. You got to come like that, because you don't want to see, Capricorn is very, very smart. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. What you got to watch out for a Capricorn is that if they depict any type of fear, any type of they're going to look at it as weakness. See? And they're going to try to what? Use you as a stepping stool to get where they're trying to get to. You got to be careful, because they'll try to take over. They'll take your idea and make something of it. You could be sitting into a state of, put it like this. You could be thinking about what you want to do with your business, but be careful. If you got one of them little Capricorn suckers around you, oh, they'll get your idea and they'll start that shit. They'll start it and they'll do it fast. And it's like, whoa, I haven't even got my, you might be thinking like, You needed a certain permit or something you were waiting on, and all of a sudden that Capricorn then took it. So you got to be very careful. Another thing, how you stop, drop, and roll as a Pisces with a Capricorn, you have to disengage from control with them. See, because that they tend to be what's considered the 24-hour boss. See, so they treat all their friends at, they might put themselves, with that superiority up here and you're down here. And you may always feel like, oh, my Capricorn friend feels like my boss, or that's just the way they deal with me in such a way. So you got to be careful with that. Now, another thing is when it comes to a Pisces, how a Pisces moves internally, and how do you have to move, meaning when it comes to you being docile. Remember I said a fish only gets caught when it opens his mouth. And I'm going to tell you, you have to set these boundaries, because listen, it starts internally. This is how you move. It's going to show where your boundaries are to others based on how you move, Pisces. And it's done internally. I'm going to tell you, these are the different traits that keep you safe. Now, the first boundary is stop oversharing. See, stop oversharing, because when you overshare, that allows people to push your boundaries. That allows people to get, to disrespect you, because you're oversharing. You're giving away too much, too soon, too fast to the wrong people. See, and do you always notice there's always those couple people that are like friendly, trying to, they're trying to befriend you, or trying to like get to know you so fast, so in a hurry and quick, and it's like you just feel this pull, like you need to give them something, and then you start to share because you start to feel uncomfortable because they're being pushy and they're all in your face trying to take up space, but you have to not overshare. Even if you're worried about, oh, these people still gonna want to talk to me, or hey, don't overshare. Next thing, you have to drop expectations, man. That's another reason how that's how they end up disrespecting you. That's how they end up, listen, you keep on, giving people more expectations of you. Now you wonder why you're getting attacked. See, you wonder why you're getting attacked so often, because you open that up for other people to say, oh, well, I'll just ask my Pisces, secretary to change the schedule. Or now it seems like everybody wants, they're basically pulling on you, Pisces. Oh, I'll just go ask the manager, hey, if he can work my shift on the weekend while I go out of town. It's like, wait a minute. But because you had opened that door, now everybody wants to walk through it, because you didn't set that boundary. You didn't do it secure enough, to keep people from thinking they can just, come right in and expecting, oh, you to just do things and just jump when they say jump. Now, another way how you need to move, Pisces, internally and set the boundary is you have to roll with silence. Think of a car full of silence. You got to roll with it. You got to drive with it. Carry it with you and this is going to show in your aura, because once you accept it and not work against it, now it's going to work for you. So when you're riding and rolling with that silence, other people can feel it. But here's the thing. Silence is the strongest boundary, because listen, don't nobody want to be around somebody there's no movement. See, because where there's no movement, there's exposure. See, and another thing, you don't even have to have the light shining for this to happen. All you got to do is shut the F up. Don't say nothing. All of a sudden, a person going to start to dissolve, because now, oh, they don't like how quiet it is. So they start dissolving. Everything about them starts to show, and they can't take it. Cold-blooded. Appreciate the gift. Appreciate that. Shout out to you as well. Yeah. Appreciate that. Is it Goldie or yeah, Goldie? Go off, appreciate that. Yeah. Another thing too that you gotta watch out for is when it comes to internally setting a boundary, roll with the silence, and also you have to exit before resentment. Right when you feel like you're going to resent someone or a situation, you need to exit. Leave. You've been working that job and you hate that damn job, with like you really hate it. Find another one. Get the hell out of there as soon as possible. Exit. Resenting your coworkers and your colleagues, and you start to hate these people because you hate the job. You don't want to do that, because now that's going to rob you of your joy. It's going to rob you of your power going into a new situation, because you'll still be wounded by what just happened. See? And then it puts you at a paranoid stage, because now you start to, what do you start to do? Deceive yourself, and you start to believe the illusion that everybody's against you because of what happened at your last job or your last breakup relationship. I appreciate that, Palace. I appreciate that. Shout out to Palace A, you guys. Yeah, you got to be careful with, and I appreciate the super chat from Nunu. I appreciate that. Yeah, so what you have to be careful with is that. So exit before resentment, because resentment ain't going to do you no justice. Another thing you want to do is delay reactions. See, sometimes you want to say something right away like, let's say somebody do you dirty, or hey, you see something that's done unfairly with someone else or yourself, and you just have this quick, oh, I want to say something right now. You might just say the wrong shit. You might just say something that you probably will end up costing you your job, because you didn't think it out thoroughly. You didn't think it out first. See, because it's when you just abruptly just do something, you're bound to make a mistake. So what you want to do is delay the reaction. Wait. See, wait. Walk away from the situation. Go sit down for, relax. Go sit down for a second. Let it process through your thinking, and then once you got your words together, then you can formulate how to do it in a more strategic way that keeps you safe and keeps you from getting yourself in trouble. See, always wait. Even if you're pissed, just be like, you know what? Let me process this. I'm so mad right now. I need to go sit down, and I need to go sit in my car. Hey, I got to go just leave the situation, calm down. And then once you start processing your emotion, now you're like, okay, you're more controlled. You're more have self-control. Now you're actually thinking, okay, what to say, what not to say, because you know why? You're calm. When you calm, you are able to assess any situation in the right way, because that silence is power, man. It's power in silence. When you don't have all these people jumping around and, tap dancing in your face, it's like, oh, now that everything's quiet, I actually can hear. I have clarity. Now I can hear clearer. I can see what's actually going on. Now I can actually think back to see why this happened. And now I know exactly what to say or what to do now and who to watch. Now, another thing is you have to let patterns reveal themselves. This is very important. The pattern is the illusions. These patterns are the storms, the hurricanes, with these people names on it. These enemies, these people that are keeping up a ruckus or trying to bring just bring harm your way. But the patterns have a cycle. And see, these cycles, they all need to be ended by you, Pisces. But if you are distracted and you run from the patterns because you're like, Johnson keeps coming to work late. I'm sick of it. I end up having to do all the work. It's a pattern. He keeps doing it. What you have to do is end his damn cycle. What you do is you write everything down in a notebook, late Monday, late Tuesday, late Wednesday, late Thursday. You type up a report, send that mug off to the HR, whoever that's going to do something about it, and end his damn cycle. See? Because what you don't like, it probably ain't supposed to be happening in the first place. Did you know that when people are late, let's say, for example, you Pisces, you are intuitive. You see the cycle before anybody else does. So you're the first one to know that somebody's cutting corners, cheating, clocking in late, stealing time. You notice that somebody's stealing somebody's lunch. You know who it is. But guess what? Nobody knows about it. It's cold-blooded. You think that, oh, that somebody knows. No, no one knows. You know. So what do you got to do? You got to tell somebody, because they're not paying attention like you are. And sometimes you ain't even got to be paying attention, Pisces. You will pick up on somebody doing something, snooping or doing. You just pick up on things. You notice things. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the social life. What you got to do internally, Pisces, is set these firm boundaries. Stop arguing online with people. Stop arguing in DMs and Instagram, and don't be sucked into the social life, because other people want you to meet them there. That's their fight. They want you to come into their environment. See? So that's what you have to do, is you have to say no. You have to set the boundary. No, I'm not going to argue with you online. I'm going to talk to you face to face. So the next time I see you, because there's not going to be any confusion, and I'm going to end your cycle. You can't end their cycle if what? They're online. See? Because if they're online, think about it. What are they trying to do with you? They're fishing. Fishing for what? A fight. If they're online, that's like a fisherman throwing his line out with the bait on it. He's trying to suck you, reel you into on the online, the Facebook, DMs and the feeds. And now he can clown you. He can send images. He could send those gifts, and he could just really clown your shit and really twist and tangle and all this. You don't want him there, because that's where his strength or her strength is. See, is to be messy. You have to know how to take the enemy out of his comfort zone, out of his element, pull him into your domain. Because you know, face to face, they won't stand a chance. And guess what'll happen? You'll dissolve them quicker. You'll act quicker. Because listen, they won't be able to survive. See, they'll drown. See, they'll drown. Because listen, that's the one thing about some people say, yo, meet me over here. They want to fight you. Oh, meet me over here. No, I ain't coming to your neck of the woods, because I know that's where you feel strengthened and powerful at. See, I don't know what's gonna jump out at me if I come that way, but you know. So that's why you always say, nah, you gonna come to my neck of the woods. See, and then you just play the waiting game if they don't. But do not get online arguing with people. No, because you can get hurt doing that. Don't get on Facebook and tweet. None of that. Don't do that. Like, people do that all the time, and they wonder why people end up getting killed behind stuff like that. Just got to be smart about it. Now, another way of the internal Pisces moves of setting the boundaries is to drop the ego in groups. You notice everybody that is trying to pull that ego out, they try to do it in front of people. It might try to impress some females or something. Then they all of a sudden they're trying to act all rough and tough, and it's like, wait a minute, you ain't that damn tough, or you just trying to show off in front of these women or whoever you trying to impress. So be careful not to drop your ego in groups. Don't get louder because, oh, you notice it's 5, 6 people or it's 10 people. No, just be yourself. You don't have to raise your voice and be louder than what you are. No, you still be heard. You got to know, when you use the ego, you automatically what? You lose. That's why you don't play the dirty game of, oh, let me operate in my ego. You're going to lose. See, every ego dissolves, Pisces. You're going to dissolve every ego, even yours. So it's no point in even trying to play that dancing game or none of that. No. Now, another thing, according to the social life, is that you want to roll away from gossip. I'm talking about as soon as you hear somebody talking about somebody else. Roll away. Stop, drop, and roll. Roll away. Even if you got to go sit somewhere that you can't hear that conversation, you go sit somewhere else. Because I'm going to tell you how deadly gossip is. The moment you look over at that person talking about somebody and you do this, you either nod your head or you say, hell yeah. You even add some type of little inkling of, oh, I'm here with you, or I'm listening. Your ass is now you sucked into the gossip. Now your name is being tossed around. Now everybody got your name, hey, in their mouth. And all you did was just sit with the person. You just was eating lunch and just listening to the person just talk about other people. I'm telling you, it's dangerous, because as soon as you start to engage, guess what? Or just start to listen, you open your energy, you open up your front door to it, and you forget that, oh, I left that door open. Damn, I should have kept that door shut. You don't even realize that person just easily walked into your personal space and sucked you into it. See? So that's why you got to be careful with that. Now, another thing, you want to avoid explaining motives. See? Any motives you have, anything you're up to, Pisces, you do not go telling people what you're up to. Oh, I'm getting a new car on Friday. Oh, don't do that. There's people that, especially on your job, oh, I'm going to get my new car on Friday. There's people that try to fire you before you even get that car, man. People will literally try to sabotage your anything you tell them. Oh, I'm getting this. I'm gonna graduate, and people will literally try to stop your future. So you have to like keep that type of stuff to yourself. And hey, let people see you when they see you. Let them see you driving the car. Not like you trying to show it off, but just let them find out on their own. Don't try to go, and tell them, because I know you're excited, but you might tell the wrong person. See, because jealousy is hidden. So it's not something that you're going to know about. You're never going to know who's jealous of you until it actually happens. And when it happens, it's like the shock absorbers that shake you back into life, into realization that, oh, jealousy still exists. And now you like, damn, but now it's with your loved one, your family member, or hey, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It's like, whoa, I didn't know that why are they jealous of me? Now you're all surprised. But it's been like that for years. People have this, it's a sickness that some people just, they can't shake it. And that's, it's very damaging. It's like something that you can't ignore. Now, another thing is, now this is important. Do not expose early. I know you may have a whole notebook full of stuff or reasons why that you want to expose a person, but don't do it, because I say don't do it too early, because sometimes you got to wait for patterns. You have to wait for the situation to formulate, because you have to end it. You won't be able to end it if you get ahead of yourself and you expose the situation too early. Because then as soon as a person knows you're watching them, or they know, they know that you're actually, watching them do the little formation and, hey, doing that, they're going to switch up. See, they're going to remain neutral or switch up, so you won't be able to know what they're doing. Now, another thing too, let time talk. You don't have to have the last word or any of that. Just let time talk. Time does talk. See? So you don't have to give anyone closure. You could just, hey, if a person hasn't talked to you in 2 weeks, what do you think that means? They're done, man. How many more days do you have to wait to see that nothing's going to change? So you don't have to tell nobody anything. Let time talk. Now, let's talk about the karma and the energy together. Now, I'm going to let you know the difference between the two with karma and energy. So what you got to do, you have to stop rescuing. See, let's say, somebody is doing something that you might not be fond of, or hey, you probably trying to look out for their best interest. Welcome. Just so I know, I'm not ignoring you guys. Like I say, I appreciate everybody in the chat. It's just a lot of information with this stop, drop, and roll segment. It's freezing in here as well. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing my I'm gonna have to start doing my lives at the crib, you guys, because this is ridiculous. It's freezing every day. But yeah, this is crystal light too. Don't think I'm just in here just drinking sugar down. I'm like, no. I don't know, the little dye coloring or whatever, it look like a lot, but no, it's just one little tiny little pack. But yeah. Okay, so let me see here. I appreciate that, Palace A as well, and Goldie. Now, okay, karma and energy, you gotta stop rescuing. Now I'll turn this down some. Okay, you gotta stop rescuing because some people actually don't need it or they won't appreciate it, and then it's like when you start to rescue them, they just like the fact that that you give them your energy. See that, oh, somebody's ready to save me. Sometimes people get off on that. Let me see, Alondra, welcome. Gang, Pisces gang we in the building. And another thing is you have to drop that savior complex, because when you listen, some people, and the reason I'm saying all these different things, such as stop rescuing and stop, drop the savior complex. Why am I saying this? Because what you're doing is you're preventing the karma. See, hey, you get ahead of karma when you're trying to rescue somebody that needs to be stopped. You could prevent the ending because, oh, now you want to save this person. No, you got to let them drown. Some people have to have their fate. They have to have their learn their lesson. You can't always save them. Some people do stuff for so long in this time, fam. See? But sometimes, Pisces, I know your heart. Sometimes you're like, yo, this person is I'm all they got. Or, hey, this is, no one else cares. It's like, yo, you still have to let the person learn a lesson, because if they don't, they're going to keep doing it. It's going to get worse. Now, another thing you got to do with karma and energy as a Pisces, you have to roll with intuition. See, stop looking at how you feel about a situation and go straight for the intuition. What does the intuition tell you to do? Now, another thing is don't interrupt karma. Let it work its course. See, because karma, you might think it's too much. You might think, hey man, damn, I'm sorry that happened to you, but it was so bad. And you might feel like, oh, let me take in this person, let them stay with me. It's like, no, you gotta let karma do its thing. Don't interrupt it. Another thing is you gotta let people reveal themselves. See, because listen, people will be nice to you as long as they keep getting benefits, as long as they keep getting what they need from you. So hey, of course, a person, like we say with animals, like dogs, would a dog bite its owner because the dog knows that's where he gets his meals from, right? Well, guess what? The minute that the owner stops feeding him, guess what? He might just get bit. See, some people will just still be cordial and just be neutral with you until you say no. See, now you realize, oh, once I said no, now people start showing their true colors. You needed to see that. And I'm gonna tell you how you know if you have real friends, because this is the number one thing. Real friends respect your boundaries. And you want to know something? Your real friends see them, even when they're hidden. Because they just know they wouldn't do such a thing. Oh, I'm not going to sleep with your wife, man, because, hey, yeah, it got late and you offered me to stay over, and hey, but no, man, it's okay. I'm going to go home and, hey, I'll be all right. It's just certain friends, they just know what to do and what not to do. They know, oh, they'll even remind you, hey man, you left your door unlocked. Boom. You see, like little stuff like that shows you that, oh, they actually respect you. So that's why I say the people that are enemies, those are the ones that question your boundaries. If somebody say, man, damn, you always locking your door, dude, like stay in the suburbs, like no one's gonna do anything. That's the person you gotta watch. The person that's questioning your questioning and suggesting your boundaries, because they are your boundaries. See, and they are as they are. You don't have you shouldn't have to change your boundaries for somebody else because they don't like them. And they don't like them, that's because they don't like you. See that? Otherwise, they wouldn't have a problem with it. Now, another thing is observe, don't react. Because some things you just got to see. Some things you just have to see. And once you see, you know. See? Once you see, then you know better. You like, yo, I seen what I had to see. It doesn't deserve a reaction. See? Because that information from you, what you saw, you could take note of that and say, oh, you know, I know to stay away from Jerome because I saw what he did the other day, and but you didn't react to it. Even though you saw Jerome rob somebody, you like, yo, I didn't try to stop him. I got the hell up out of there. See, because you would have got hurt. So some things is better for you to observe than to what? React. So another event, I'm gonna give you guys some advanced strategies as a Pisces. Okay, never forget these. Always say less when you are triggered. This is cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded. Most people do the opposite. You know how hard it is when you're triggered, you're pissed, to just not say much? Don't say nothing. Just, hey, say less. When you are pissed, somebody trigger you, do not say a lot. I'm gonna tell you. Because listen, the less you say, the greater the reward. See? Now, another thing too, what you want to do is you want to leave rooms quietly. It's cold-blooded. You at work, leave quietly. You ain't gotta make it a whole announcement, announce yourself. No, leave quietly. You leave someone's house, leave quietly. See? Now, another thing you want to do is don't announce when you're exiting a situation or a relationship or something. Don't announce it. You already are decisive. You know what you hate. You could or couldn't do. Boom, you're done. You're done. That's it. Don't try to, oh, I got to tell them and I owe them this and I owe them. No, because now you're people pleasing. See? Now you're putting them over how you feel and your happiness, and you don't want to do that. Now, another thing, you have to protect your spiritual energy, because I'm telling you, you know how important that is. That's how you cleanse yourself. That's how you center yourself. You want to keep your plans private. Don't tell people, oh, what you got planned for the weekend. Especially, like I say, it's not everybody's business to know everything that you got going on. Even if you guys are best friends, you still things that you shouldn't tell them. Another thing is you have to move like you're invisible. See? You can't let people know what your left hand from your right hand, what your right hand is doing. So move like you're invisible. Because listen, the less people know, the less the attack. When people don't go where it's quiet at. People don't go where it's silent at. Think of your backyard. It's not because it's dark why people don't go back there. It's because it's quiet. Because listen, when you go where it's quiet, guess what? Somebody's going to see you. Someone's going to hear you. See? And the whole thing is they are going to hear you better. They're going to hear you clearer. It's not going to be any type of disruption, distractions where it is quiet. See? That's why a shark knows where his food is. See? Even if his vision is blurry, he can still know exactly where his food is because of movement. Not because it's dark. It's cold-blooded. Now, another thing is when it comes to invasion, okay? Not invasion, but evasion. Okay, like, so when we say a Pisces is evasive, this is what I'm talking about. Do not confront envy. See, When you find out somebody's envious of you or they show you, don't confront it. See, let it be. Let it be. Another thing is let jealousy rot alone. Let jealousy rot alone. Don't have to say nothing. When you find out somebody's jealousy, you find someone's jealous, just, hey, let it rot on its own. See? Now, another thing, avoid trying to prove your innocence. When people accuse you and they like, yo, you're this, you're that, can't trust you and you're suspicious and you all these different names, you call you all these different types of names. Do not try to prove that you're innocent. See? Another thing is silence is protection, as I just stated. Silence is protection. Distance is power. See? If you could distance yourself from someone, that's powerful. See? That's super powerful because it takes it's a lot of people that think they need to latch on, that they need to cling to a person, even if that person is hurting them or they don't like the person. But for you to distance yourself from that person, now you're actually in control now. See? Now you're doing what you want to do. And whatever they got going on, it's not affecting you. Another thing is to see, how do you beat control? This is why I say Scorpios cannot mess with Pisces, bro. Don't let nobody tell you this. And I actually got a song that I got. It's called Fuck Scorpio. And I'm gonna drop that song too this week, you guys. So I'm gonna put it's gonna be on my in my the music section on this channel. It's called Fuck Scorpio. Excuse my French. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. But here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you the number one secret. What beats control? On all ends. Now you could be dealing with the most controlling person ever. And it's one evasive thing that Pisces has that defeats control. And guess what it is? Being calm. Being calm, that's it. You be calm, guess what? The controller dissolves. He loses control because you're calm. The very thing, see, the controller doesn't want you to recognize their weak spot. See, the weak spot is they hate when things are like calm and quiet. See, they get insecure. They can't take it. See, because listen, when you're not making any movements, they don't know what's coming, what's going to happen, what you're thinking about. Is something coming after them? So they're not going to stick around. See, by you being calm. Now, another thing is disappearance. Okay, so disappearance, it beats what? Revenge. How the hell you going to get revenge on me if you don't know where I am? If I escape, if I just disappear, now what have I done? I have thrown you off completely because you can't find me. You don't know where my areas are. You don't know where do I go from, hey, where do I take my lunch break at? You don't know where I go. That's why you don't tell people everything, because listen, a person can't get you back if they don't know where you are. See? And think of it, if you're calm, they don't know where you are. And why? Because they don't know where you are mentally. See, a Pisces operates on all three different levels. The conscious mindset, the subconscious, and the unconscious. It's cold-blooded. See, a person that can, that's why I say a Pisces is omnipresent. A Pisces can literally tap in from all those three different angles I mentioned. So there's nothing, when a Pisces is calm, remember I said, that's the worst thing that it's unsettling. It's not going to feel, it's not going to be a situation where you feel comfortable. And that will make any type of controller crack, dissolve. See, you can't even use your ego, because that would be, you wouldn't want to. If you use your ego and you're around someone that's calm, you wouldn't want to expose yourself in such a way. Now, another thing is disappearance. Like I say, it beats revenge. Patience. Now here's how you, this is how a Pisces dissolves everybody's egos. I'm gonna tell you a secret. A Pisces uses patience. Patience beats egos. That's it. As long as you're willing to wait, the person that has the biggest ego is going to dissolve. He's going to he's going to collapse. He ain't going to be able to do nothing with that patience. See? Because you know what? Instead of getting mad, see, this is the thing with getting mad. It requires the emotion, the energy to be used right away. You don't wait to get mad. If you notice, people that get mad, they get mad right away. It's not like, oh, there's a slow start, a little wait process, a delay. Then it's like, yo, I'm about to get mad. No one says that. See, that's why I said it's better for you to be patient, because listen, if I wait, now I'm in control, because now the controller, he or she can't control me because I'm patient. I'm making myself wait. They're not making me do a damn thing. That's the difference. See? And guess what? They don't even know what you're doing when you're doing it. They don't understand why, oh, why aren't you listening? Why aren't you who are you waiting for? Because the controller needs to know information to control you. They need to know what you're doing. Oh, are you waiting for someone? Well, why don't you have a seat over here? See, it's until you start running your mouth is when, oh, now the person is controlling you. See, that's why I said a fish never gets caught unless it opens his mouth. So if you just sit there and be patient and don't say anything, that person is going to leave you alone. See? And they're going to be afraid of you, because they're going to say, yo, I don't know what's going on with this dude over there by the door, but I ain't going over there. See? He didn't even say a word. He didn't say a word to me. Why do you think people are so offended when you say nothing to them? Doesn't that sound like a contradiction? Sound ass backwards, right? Oh, I don't like this person because they didn't say anything to me. Silence is power. See? Now, another thing is flow. The flow of things. You see, a Pisces has two different movements. It's not like an air sign. No, it's not like the wind blowing from different directions. This is a little different. See, with a Pisces has the flow. They could either go with the flow or they could go against the grain. See? Now here's the thing. Did you know that flow beats force? It's cold-blooded. See? That's why nobody can force Pisces to do shit. It's cold-blooded, because the way a Pisces moves, they either go with the flow or they go against the grain. That's why they cannot control a Pisces. See? Because they don't know they don't know the direction of which the Pisces is coming from, or where they will and won't go. See? And that's because of how far they will go. See? So that's why with force, it beats force, because force is what? Control. Force is like, yo, you're going to stop here and you're going to do this and you're going to go over there. And the Pisces is like, I'm not going nowhere. See? And that's the thing. And then a Pisces chooses, oh, I'll go with the flow. I'll follow like the school of fish. I'll go with the flow. But at any time, I can actually just go to the opposite. See, I could do the opposite thing. Everybody's going north, and hey, guess what? I might go north for a while, but I just might go what? South. See? If I feel like it. Now, another thing is a Pisces, you have to understand that stillness beats what? Chaos. See? When you're standing still, you know how to be still in a situation. This beats chaos. Because chaos requires movement. See? It requires you it requires movement with communication. See, because fire, that's what it does. It's like it communicates. Fire lashes on, then it's something else, then it adds to something, and then it creates into what? A bomb, blows up, explosions, smoke, all these little reactions, all these little things that we look at. And I'm using these as metaphors. So that's how you know that being still, that's how that beats chaos. See, that's how you put the fire out. Now, when it comes to wisdom, I'm gonna tell you, wisdom beats rage. Rage is not what you think it is. Rage means you have lost control of yourself. It means no self-control. It means ticking time bomb. It means, oh, I don't know what I would do, but I know I will lose control. See? Because nothing else works. So that's when you're dealing with someone, especially like an Aries, where they just get up super, just rage with anger, with all that energy, just to waste it impulsively. But as a Pisces, just use wisdom. You wouldn't do that because you know that doesn't work. That's wisdom. Boom. You will defeat an Aries, a person that's full of rage and anger. That's why I said you pull them into your domain because you know they will drown. See? Because you're wise enough to know not what to do and what not to what to do and what not to do. Because you have to either what? Play nice. To stay safe and live your life, you got to play nice. So you know, oh, I don't have to waste energy to prove anything because it doesn't work. Now, another thing is that survival beats validation. It's cold-blooded. As long as you can survive, you don't need validation because you're still there. See? People respect that because it's like, yo, you were in that chaotic job and hey, let's say you didn't have an issue with it, but you're still there. Obviously, you were bigger than what was there because, hey, you don't need a validation. You don't need no one to tell you that. You're like, yo, you've been there 15 years, 16, 20 years. So it's like, yeah, you survived. You're one of the survivors. This situation wasn't bigger than you, see? Now, another thing is that Pisces don't fight fire with fire. So let's not forget that. See, you're a water sign. See, what we do as Pisces, we let the fire burn out. So that's how you know the difference. And like I say, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the live tonight. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Smash the like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate the super chats and everyone that sent the gifts. And just know, like I say, at the end of the day, hey, Pisces, stop, drop, and roll, man. Now you know how to do it now, so there ain't no excuses. Thanks.